everyone for staying with us. So recently we had the acting national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, after the Mr. Ganduje, former Kano governor, left the office. But there are a lot of talks as to what will happen when the party seats to meet at the national level on the 24th. That's going to be in a few days' time. But in the midst of all of that is the external pressure that the party is on, as ADC and the opposition parties are piling more tension and pressure on the ruling party on whether the party can be electable ahead of 2027. I'm being joined by a former presidential aspirant and a member of the APC. Mr. Adamu, Garba, it's live for us here now, so thanks so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
A lot of people will be surprised that Mr. Ganduje was eased out, because that's what a lot of people think, that he's been eased out. And there are a lot of agitation from the north central region of the country as to who should rightfully occupy that seat. Don't forget, the former governor in Nasarawa State, and these are some of the faces that we've seen and that we are hearing, Senator Sani Musa, Senator Al Makura. In fact, the name of the SGF has come up, and the former governor of Plateau State, Joshua Dari. These are some of the names that have come up. But in your own view, how do you think the party should go when they meet on Thursday or thereabout?
Thank you, Sheun. You see, when you look at the political dynamics generally in the country, I think it is very important for the political party structure, especially within the APC, to show leadership in all the political party platforms in Nigeria, for all of them. Because if you look at what is happening in PDP, it's scattered. When you look at what is happening again in Labour Party, all the major opposition candidates, parties are out. If you look at what is happening even in NMPP, the same confusion. So it is important for our party to reorganize itself, because we have damning challenges to face when it comes to the politics and the contestation that is coming. So the best solution is, of course, to listen to the agitation of the North Central, because the North Central have actually supposed to occupy that position. Remember, it was Abdullah Adamu that resigned, that now necessitated the way of Ganduje coming on board, and now Ganduje also honorably resigned. So I believe that North Central should take the seat. And I saw the list of those.
And all of them are from North Central.
All of them are from North Central, right?
Whether to go back to Nasarawa, or to go in the way of Plateau, or to go in the way of Niger, or Benue. Now let's look at this contemporary arrangement. If you go to Benue, for instance, most recently there is even a little bit of challenges between the governor and the SGF. So, and it is the fact that we have confusion within the entire political party machinery in the country. We need a rancor-free leadership. And that is why if you go to Benue, you know the challenges that we're facing between the governor and the SGF. If you come back to Joshua Darie, although he is clean by the code and everything, but you know the challenges, associated with him, and also you know the challenges associated with Plateau State. Now, if you come back to Nasarawa State have had it, many times. So I think it's high time for us to shift the base. And that is why personally, I don't know whether he has expressed interest. Senator Sani Musa, I think Senator Sani Musa will fit in the bill. But he's a senator already.
He's a senator, but again, Abdullah Adamu was a senator when he resigned and took over the mantle of leadership of the party. And if you look at the political dynamics, the evolving dynamics of the 2027 election, we are looking at young people playing a significant role.
So is Sani Musa younger?
Actually, to me, he's more relatable. It's actually more relatable. I personally have a relationship with him. I have some conversations with him during the time when he declared for the Senate presidency. He has clarity of mind. He has this level of sense of justice. He knows how to carry people along, and he's blunt. When you look at his presentation in the floor of the National Assembly, this is what the Gen Zs want. This is what the young people want. We need somebody that is relatable, somebody that is blunt, somebody capable of telling the institution the truth, and also capable of listening to criticism.
When I invited you, I saw some of your comments, and I thought that ahead of the party's meeting, we should have this conversation. Because actually, I saw a bit of some comments, those who are of the opinion that some of the political parties are aloof to the younger politicians or the younger minds, and they're not really relatable. And you look at the names of those people, former governors majorly,
yes,
and those who are being high up there. But again, the party is at a stage where it's challenged now on the outside. Yes. It's challenged on the inside. Inclusivity on the inside,
pressure of the next election on the outside, who will be able to connect the dots and provide leadership? What qualities should your party be looking at?
That is exactly why, personally, this is my personal opinion, I don't even know whether he actually want to come back again, because 313 as aspired last time, during the time when there was an agitation of the North Central. But he has all the qualities you need. As I mentioned earlier, he's very blunt, he's very open, he's sincere, he's relatable. He has clarity of mind. When he is speaking, I can see from his heart what he is telling me with his face.
Another name came up though.
Who?
The humanitarian minister.
Yeah.
I overheard some of your party people talk about Professor Uwada, as a possible candidate also.
Yes, you see, the problem is that you can't disconnect a possible contender of a state where you have contestation between the person on the seat and the governor in his state. Because if you have somebody from Plateau, which is a PDP state, we should understand, we should of course perceive a lot of issues regarding sabotage from within the state. And we do not want rancor. Niger State has been very, very stable over time. And it's been 100% PDP, APC. It's been loyal. It's been working extremely with the government. And when you look at their policies from the state level, it's always aligned with the policies of the renewed hope of the president at the federal government. In fact, Niger State is actually a harbinger and a template of agricultural revolution in Nigeria, carried throughout the Renew Hope program. So we need somebody that comes from the state where he can get maximum support. Somebody that will be acceptable by everybody. And that is why personally I think, as an APC member, Senator Sani Musa actually fit the bill. He tick all the boxes. And I think we young people will now have some sense of belonging within the party. That now we have someone we can talk to, we can relate with, we can engage.
Do you have a feeling, and there are a lot of talks about the unpopularity of your party and it's increasing by the day?
Yeah, frankly speaking, is the truth. Our party has a lot of challenges, especially from the northern side of the country. And the loss of Muhammad Buhari, former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, may Allah rest his soul, was also a serious contributing factor to this negativity, because he was supposed to hold the base. He was the soul of APC in the north. So his not availability is also an issue. And that is the more reason why we need someone at the center, the one that will carry out the APC engine, the APC machine, to be someone that people can trust. Because majority of the challenges we have is that the government have done exceedingly well in the area of economic and in the area of security, especially in the area of security. If you look at the security dynamics of this country today, we hardly have any attack on Abuja, Kaduna, or Lokoja, Abuja. Zero. We hardly have all this mass kidnapping that we used to have in schools. Out of the 75 bandit leaders that we have in the country, 72 are eliminated, by the current security system put in place by Nuhu Ribadu. Again, if you go back to Southeast, you don't even have Simon Ekpa. Again, we don't have any Biafra agitation. There is hardly any attack on any of the state institutions. If you go back to Niger Delta, we are currently in Ogoniland, in Niger Delta, where 30 years, for over 30 years, we were unable to penetrate into Ogoniland. And there is hardly any attack on the pipelines. And our oil production has increased to almost 1,700.
Did you hear that the barrier of President Buhari, those who understand Hausa very well,
yes,
and those young people who are saying Buhari has died, they are no longer following the APC.
Yes, naturally,
did you hear that?
Naturally, there is going to be this kind of tension.
Not only political permutation that Buhari may have died with its 12 million votes, and those votes are gone, and is up in the air for anybody who has the clout to be able to get it. But the question is that when in the home, the number one home of the APC in the northern Nigeria, young people are saying Buhari is gone. They are no longer following the APC.
You see,
is that not a danger for your party?
When you look at the numbers, Buhari actually left the presidency in 2023. And when you look at the outcome of the 2023 election, APC has only 5.5 million votes in the north. Where is the 12 million votes? It means from that
it has even been gone.
I started going, but yet we won the election on the basis of the system that was established and the structures that we put in place and the strategies that we deployed to win this election. So what we need now is to re-engineer our strategy again. Now that with his absence, we don't have someone that can be able to, at least, even for his sake, they can stay within the APC. So there's a challenge.
If you have fear about what supporters of the APC who are now rethinking about their support. What about the opposition coalition? We've not seen opposition members coming together in this manner. What they have agreed on, even if they have not agreed on a unified way of going forward, one thing they've agreed is that they don't want Tinubu, they don't want APC in 2027, and they are unified, and they're thinking, they are strategically working day and night in how they will ensure that Tinubu and APC does not win 2027. And when Nigerians are resolute, especially when they're asking for free and fair election, and when they want something, you don't want to stand in their way.
You're completely right. You see, the oppositions are like vultures. They are just waiting to cash out on the carcass. That means the more we lose, the more they gain. So they hope for our loss. And that is the more reason why we need to be very sincere with ourselves. And we need to make sure that the leadership of the party is somebody that is truthful, that is capable of listening to criticism and accepting the fact without any flattery, without any sycophancy. Because I believe now there is a lot of sycophancy around the president. People are telling him that things are okay. Things are not okay. Even the people that came back from the opposition party, to our own party, there are people in-house that were APC members that are likely not happy with that status quo. And we are going to face primary election. So in the situation whereby you face primary election and then you don't have good leadership, or you have a compromised leadership that can be able to sell the voting right of some others, it will create a lot of backlash for us and the opposition gains. And that is why we're organizing our party, structuring it very well, and giving it a leadership of a personality that can drive this, I think is the best deal. And that is why you say I'm promoting. I personally, I don't know whether he wants it. I keep saying this, but I'm actually calling on Senator Sani Musa 313 to reconsider and come back again.
It's going to be a very tricky one. I don't know what your party plans to discuss in the agenda when they meet on Thursday. There should be some caucus meeting tomorrow, and in the coming days we should see some more meetings, but it's going to be a critical one. There are those who say 2027 might be the beginning of the end for the APC, and there are those who say it might just be the moment for Nigerians to speak. Whatever that language is, or whatever voice they are airing in 2027, I just hope that it's going to be for the good of the Nigerian people.
Yes, I think, yes, please, one last thing, right? One last thing. 2027 is going to be very good for the APC if we do the right thing within the party. But if we don't get it right, I'm telling you, it is not going to be good for us.
Thank you so much, Adamu Garba. It's a pleasure having you on the program tonight.
Thank you very much for having me.